Adani Group. This isn't just your ordinary rags to riches story. This is an extraordinary saga of a man who broke all the barriers and chose to leave a solid mark in the corporate world. This man was Mr. Gautam Adani, founder and chairman of the Adani Group, which is now a prevalent organization in the fields of energy and logistics sectors. The Adani Group is an Indian multinational conglomerate which has operations in 6 major sectors including energy and resources, logistics, agribusiness, financial services, real estate, and defense and aerospace. It has created a world-class logistics and utility infrastructure portfolio that has an all-India presence and is currently India's largest port developer and operator with 10 ports including the Mundra Port, which is the largest. With 4 IG-rated corporations, it is the only infrastructure investment grade issuer in India. The company has the core philosophy of nation building, which is driven by growth with goodness, which stands for sustainable development. With increased focus on ESG factors and guiding principles of Mr. Gautam Adani, it aims to revolutionize the Indian infrastructural pattern and be the market leader in diversified segments. Vision: to be a world-class leader in businesses that enrich lives and contribute to nations in building infrastructure through sustainable value creation. Some of its core values include trust, a relationship of belief in its employees and all the stakeholders. It aims to satisfy and achieve the highest of returns for everyone belonging to the company. Commitment: the company aims to adhere to the highest possible standards of business and adhere to all the promises made to different groups. Courage: diversify its way into new and open ideas to enter into different business segments. Timeline: in a time span of just 3 decades, the company has risen from ashes to a company worth $22 billion. With the inspired presence of Mr. Gautam Adani and powerful guiding principles, Adani Group has captured the Indian market with its staggering business execution and diversified presence. The timeline of its operations are as follows. In 1978, as a teenager, Gautam moved to Mumbai, the city of dreams, with only 100 dreams. He worked as a diamond sorter for Mahindra Brothers for 2 to 3 years. In 1981, Mansukh Bhai Adani, Gautam's elder brother, bought a plastics unit in Ahmedabad and invited him to manage the business. Gautam Adani started his importing primary polymers business for small-scale industries in 1985. In 1988, Gautam founded Adani Exports Ltd, the holding company of the Adani Group. Today, Adani Export is known as Adani Enterprises Ltd. Originally, the Adani Export dealt in power and agricultural commodities. In 1990, the Adani Group developed its own port in Mundra to provide a base for its trading operations. It began construction at Mundra in 1995. In 1991, Adani started expanding the businesses into trading of agro products, textiles, and metals. In 1993, Adani got the contract from the government of Gujarat for managerial outsourcing of the Mundra Port. In 1995, Adani started its first jetty, which was operated by Mundra Port and Special Economic Zone. In 1996, Adani Power Ltd was founded by Adani. It is the power business arm of the Adani Group. Adani Power holds 4,620 megawatts thermal power plants. Adani Power Ltd is the largest private thermal power producer in India. In 1998, it became the top net foreign exchange earner for India Inc. The company began coal trading in 1999, followed by a joint venture in edible oil refining in 2000, with the formation of Adani Wilmar. In 2002, the Mahindra Port became the largest port in India after it handled 4 MT of cargo. Later in 2006, the company became the largest coal importer in India with 11 MT of coal handling. Adani entered the power generation business in 2006. In 2010, after winning the Odisha mine rights, Adani Group became the largest private coal mining company in India. In 2012, the company shifted its focus on three business segments: resources, logistics, and energy. In 2014, Adani Power emerged as the largest power producer in India. In 2015, the Adani Group's Adani Renewable Energy Park signed an agreement with the Rajasthan government for a 50-50 joint venture to set up India's largest solar park with a capacity of 10,000 megawatts. In 2016, Adani Aero Defence signed a pact with Elbit Istar and Alpha Design Technologies to work in the field of unmanned aircraft system, that is UAS, which gave it a huge boost. In September of that year, Adani Green Energy, the renewable wing of Adani Group, began operations in Tamil Nadu, India. At the same time, it even inaugurated the biggest solar power plant in the world. In 2017, the Adani Group acquired the power arm of Reliance Infrastructure and made itself a market leader in the segment. In 2018, after the demerger of Adani Green Energy and Adani Gas Ltd, its fortune became the largest food FMCG brand in India. In 2019, it became the second largest IRM player in the world. Therefore, its journey has marked immense success and has now made Adani Group one of the most famous and biggest family business houses in India. Business segments. After commencing operations as a commercial trading firm in the year 1988, Adani Group diversified its way into various segments and were also involved in the import and export of multi-basket commodities. Some of the core business segments of the Adani Group are Adani Enterprises Ltd. In 1993, the partnership company Adani Exports Ltd was converted into a limited company named Adani Enterprises Ltd. It was originally started to trade commodities and exported various products like dyes, agricultural items, plastics, frozen food to more than 28 countries. It is the incubator for all infrastructure companies. Some of the current constituents of its infrastructure portfolio comprises of mining services, airports, road, railway, metro, solar manufacturing and other segments. Next is Adani Ports and SEZ Ltd. Adani Ports and Special Economic Zones Ltd is the largest private port company and special economic zone in India. The company's activities are comprised of port management, logistics, and special economic zones. The company operates at the following ports: Mundra, Dahej, and Hazira, Gujarat, Dhamra, Odisha, Kattupalli, Tamil Nadu, and Vizhinjam, Kerala. Next is Adani Power Ltd. It is the power subsidiary of Adani Group and is India's largest private thermal power producer, with capacity of more than 12,450 megawatts. It is responsible for all the power projects and their maintenance in the Indian subcontinent. The company runs the following subsidiaries: Adani Power Maharashtra Ltd, Adani Power Rajasthan Ltd, Adani Power Dahej Ltd, Mundra Power SEZ Ltd, and Adani Power Overseas Ltd, Adani Transmission Ltd. This company commenced its operations in the year 2013. It provides utility services. The company offers electricity generation, transmission, and distribution services, as well as provides operation and maintenance support. Adani Transmission serves customers worldwide. The company has the following subsidiaries: Maharashtra Eastern Grid Power Transmission Company Ltd, Maru Transmission Service Company Ltd, Adani Transmission India Ltd, Hadoti Power Transmission Service Ltd, Raipur Rajnandgaon Varora Transmission Ltd, Sipat Transmission Ltd, and Chhattisgarh WR Transmission Ltd. Next is Adani Green Energy Ltd. Adani Green Energy Ltd is an India-based power generation company. The company builds and operates solar and wind energy power plants in India. It operates a fully operational single-location solar power plant with a capacity of 648 megawatts and other plants in various parts in India. Its appointed force plants are situated in Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, and Karnataka. The company is additionally building breeze and solar vitality power plants in Australia and the US. Next is Adani Gas Ltd. Adani Gas Ltd is an India-based company which is into the business of development of natural gas. The company is a wholly owned subsidiary of Adani Enterprises Ltd. The company develops a network for city gas distribution networks to supply piped natural gas to the industrial, commercial, domestic and compressed natural gas to the transportation sector. The company has already set up city gas distribution networks in Ahmedabad and Vadodara in Gujarat, Faridabad in Haryana and Khurja in Uttar Pradesh. Management. With a team of more than 17,000 people, the Adani Group is led by a set of entrepreneurs that have changed the whole dynamics of the business the company conducts. Some recognizable names are What differentiates Adani? Sound leadership. The man who has developed the company from scratches and has seen every upside and downside of the story still chairs the group and is known for his brilliant strategies and company relations. With the top tier of the management so strong, the company has been growing by leaps and bounds and expanding into different sectors. Diversified Portfolio. What differentiates Adani in this case is that it has expanded into some of the most rare and huge sectors such as aerospace, defense and green energy. With its domination over the port sector, it has become a market leader in no time. Growth with sustainability. The driving factor behind the company's success has been the growth and development of all the factors surrounding the company. It aims for long-term sustainability by taking care of the environmental and social factors and ensuring proper environment for all the stakeholders. स्टॉक एच करो, स्मार्ट इन्वेस्टर बनो।